Hey Clashers, it's finally here, the first sneak peek for the Town Hall 18 update, and this means we have a new merged defense. We're getting new level for buildings, troops, spells, and many more things. But let's kick things off with the new Town level 18 building, because this one brings a completely new mechanic to the game. If you want to upgrade it, you need a Town level 17 with all 5 stars, and 25 million gold. As soon as you're upgrading your Town Hall to the next level, to Town level 18, your Town Hall is no longer a defense anymore. That's right, Royal Champion, Root Riders, and all the other defense targeting troops and heroes won't go for the Town Hall as a building anymore, because now you have Guardians living in the Town Hall and protecting the Town Hall. The first out of 2 Guardians is the Longshot. This one is having quite solid hit points, but a really long range and dealing even splash damage. When it's getting taken care of, then you have even a death damage around the Guardian, dealing up to 1000 damage. Guardians work in a way that as soon as a troop is getting into the range, into the trigger range around the Town Hall, they're jumping from the Town Hall into the battlefield and are starting the fight as soon as troops are getting within the range of the Guardian. With that being said, you can see it right here. But Guardians, even though they kinda work like defending heroes, they're having special rules. This means they're not getting affected by a poison tower. They cannot get directly targeted by a headhunter, which means headhunters can slow them down, poison damage them, but only after all other heroes, defending heroes, were taken care of. The same as like the poison lizard. The poison lizard can slow them down, but is not going to directly target them as you would do with, for example, heroes. So they're working similar to heroes, but at the end of the time, they are Guardians. The second one is the Smasher. This one is melee ranged, having more hit points and dealing way more damage. The death effect for this one is a rage, which pretty much exactly works as the Rage Tower rage, which means it's dropping a rage, raging up defending other heroes, for example, raging up defenses, and many more things. So overall, a really interesting mechanic, in my opinion, gives a lot of freedom for base builders. What makes this even more interesting, though, is because it does count as a troop. Well, they're not getting affected by modifiers, because modifiers only affect defenses and heroes on attack or defense. So, Guardians are not affected. I would assume this is something which will be fixed in the future to really scale the different modifiers, but at least for the release, modifiers are not affecting the Guardians because they're counted as troops. This is as well if you want to upgrade them. If you want to upgrade them and invest hammers or books, for example, you need the hammer and books from troops to finish the upgrades. Otherwise, they are obviously quite expensive, but they are worth for sure because they are really, really strong. Having Guardians in the middle of the base and keep firing is kind of crazy because remember, they are troops. And I know I keep saying it, but this means no poison, no overgrowth, because you cannot overgrow the troop, right? So having that standing in the middle of a base, no Root Rider, no Dragon, no anything going there because the Longshot has such a long range, is going to be tricky. I'm really looking forward to how people are going to use this, but this is going to be really exciting to see how people try to manage against them and with them. Let's get into the next upgrade, which is the Clan Castle. Clan Castle, a new level, and this means you have a new spell slot within that, which is overall really nice. Now, the next thing is the new Super Wizard Tower. This one is when you're merging together 2 Wizard Towers. The new Super Wizard Tower now is shooting at one target, and it's going to have the classic lightnings go into the different directions and can hit up to 16 other targets. You have heard that right. It's going to split to 16 other targets. Yep, that's a lot of damage. The strange thing here is that on the highest level, pros might not even merge the 2 Wizard Towers. The reason for this is that the Wizard Tower is one of the best defenses against the Royal Champion charge, so I'm wondering what the pros are going to do. Either way, it's going to add a ton of more damage to your base. What is adding even more damage as well is the new level for the Multi-Archer Tower with, again, the 2 Well, supercharges yet again. Yep, Supercell is doing it again. They are releasing the supercharges right again when they're releasing the regular level. So we have now the new level for the multi-arch tower, for the ricochet cannons. So we have then still 3 ricochet cannons, the 1 level, plus the 2 supercharges, which again is going to be temporary content. The same as the multi-gear tower, which is receiving as well the new level, as well the 2 supercharges. This will be a lot of resources. I mean, those things are quite expensive, but it's so much damage. Town Hall 18 will be so much damage. It is going to be crazy. The bomb tower as well with the upgrade. And then a really interesting one, which is going to be the air defense. This one, the same time as the last time, is only receiving 1 hit points, where usually you have the first supercharge damage, the second 1 hit points. Air defense is damaged twice, but the giant arrow was buffed to make sure that it deals exactly the 2000 damage, because we are not going to have new equipment level, and this means, well, now the giant arrow can still one-shot air defenses, even when they're supercharged on Town Hall 18. Another change is going to happen for the Minion Prince. The Minion Prince is going to be nerfed with 1000 hit points, but the 1000 hit points are now going to be put into the equipment. This means every equipment, you can see it here, is going to have the hit point increase of 500. This means the Minion Prince on offense is still going to be as strong as before. But on defense, Minion Prince is now going to have 1000 less hit points to make him weaker. Every hero as well is going to receive 5 new level. That's going to be a lot of resources. But if you want to make it more efficient and you want to make sure that your progression is faster, if you're buying the Gold Pass, for example, or any of the offers then from the in-game shop, make sure that you're supporting your favorite content creator out there with creator code iTzu. You can support me and my channel. I really appreciate that. But let's continue now with the next set, which is the traps. And I mean, whenever I'm looking at those numbers, I always feel like, how? 16 million for 1 spring trap? We have 9 of them? At this point, the defenses are what is quite cheap. Those things are so expensive. And especially the skeleton trap, in my opinion, is kind of a scam. Because take a look at that. You're upgrading more than 10 million gold for 15 more hit points and 5 more DPS. Really? I'm not really sure. But hey, you can upgrade it and really dump your resources into it. The red mine, you take it any day of the week. That's nice. The same thing as all of the storages. Most of them are not really needed, because with upgrading all of them, you can get up to 31 million gold, 31 million elixir, and 500,000 dark elixir. If you're not really actively spending it on like runes and such, I would not really prioritize those storages. But an upgrade guide is something we're going to take a look at when the update releases. Let's move on though, because all the different collectors for dark elixir, for elixir, and for gold are going to receive a new level, and as well new supercharges. The same as the new barracks level. We're going to take a look at the new troop in just a second. We're going to have a new spell factory level, which we're going to take a look at tomorrow, and then as well all of the new troop and spell level, which we're going to take a look at in just a second. The new barracks level is going to be unlocked for town level 17, and you can now permanently use the Meteor golem. But he was massively buffed. Take a look at that. 19,000 hit points. I'll repeat that. 19,000 hit points. Yes, it's 40 housing space. 19,000 hit points. That's a 1 and a 9 and a lot of zeros right behind. That is so tanky. It's going to be quite nice to use. It's going to be really strong. But at the same time, something where it can shine is the defense. And trust me, I think we might have saved out of the dragon attackers, because this is how it looked before. I just wanted to show you this. Because this golem is attacking air and ground. This is the twist. This is the difference between this golem and as well with like regular like ice golems or the regular golem. Take a look at that. He's coming out. He's going to throw itself into the dragons, and he's keep merging. He's like, guys, I will just keep merging. You cannot hit me. And he's going to tank all of them right in front of the multi-gear tower, and they cannot even get through the first wall. Yep, have fun, all dragon attackers. Or actually, you will have fun because I saved you, and luckily, Supercell has added the special rule for the defensive Meteor Golem, that they cannot merge together anymore. Thank goodness. I mean, that would have been bad news. That would have been really, really bad news. That looks a little bit busted on defense. So, they're still going to be strong on defense, but not as strong as what we have just witnessed. Now let's take a look at all of those new different levels for troops, spells, and everything. Because this is now kind of crazy because all those troops have gotten massive buffs. The reason for this is that heroes are not really getting any stronger. Yes, you have new levels, but the strength of the heroes is within the equipment. And since Town Hall 16 or something, we have not received any new equipment level, which means the troops, they need to be extra tanky, strong, everything. So for example, besides the fact that the wizard looks really cool, by the way, but for example, the super wizard now, which we're going to see in just a second, can now tank an entire giant bomb with even some small traps around it. 700 hit points is now what they have. The plus 80, by the way, is always what they received with this new level. The healer as well, because there is so much damage in the base, Supercell wants to somehow keep hero charges viable, and this is why they're putting 10 hero healing in there, so warden charges are still somewhat viable. Because I'm sorry to tell you, the Royal Championship Root Rider meta is not going to change whatsoever. The meta is going to stay the same, and I'm so sorry to tell you, but I already tried to tease it with other videos. It is what it is. Something which I love though is the P.E.K.K.A. 600 more hit points. That's like 1,200 more hit points with the siege barracks. That's a lot. And as I said earlier, those troops are getting way higher numbers when it gets down to the new level. And even some of those numbers are not even showing the entire story, because those jump in numbers was so big sometimes. Look at this, 600 more hit points, that some of those bonus stats were as well pushed into the Town Hall 17 level to make the difference in like jumping not as big. Take a look at that. The Electro Dragon in the live game right now on Town Hall level 17 has 5,800 hit points. They have now buffed this to 6,000, so actually Electro Dragons are getting 700 hit points more. 700. So troops with those new level, they're getting massive buffs. Take a look at the Dragon Rider. 600 more hit points just with the new level, then as well with the Town Hall 17. There was just a little bit, and 50 more DPS. If you're playing dragons, you want to mix some Dragon Riders in there. Mass Dragon Rider does not work because, well, they're pretty much messed up because they cannot attack Guardians. So Guardians will completely take down everything like Hog Riders, Dragon Riders, everything like that. They cannot defend themselves versus those. But let's continue now. Throwers are going to be really strong. The Zap, I'm not sure if not really reported, and countering specific bases, I feel like the Zap is not as crazy good. Then the heal spell is receiving some love as well, but I think there's going to be another level needed for making the heal spell really viable. It still feels like there's some oomph missing, in my opinion. But still, at least we have a new level. The poison spell is receiving a new level. To be honest, that's no big surprise. That's kind of like the new wall breaker level in every single town level, right? Like we always have this new level. So nothing too fancy here. But now a big celebration. The haste is getting a new level. Okay, I'm kidding a little bit. I mean, Lalo, without a new Loon or Hound level, is not going to make a comeback. That's just not how it works. But at least with this new level, the radius is getting bigger. And now the biggest surprise of them all. The Bat spell has received over the different town levels every single time a new level, and every single time +1 bat. We were able to do it +2. I know, we're going all in here, and I'm just kidding a little bit, but hey, 2 more bats with a new level. Minions are getting stronger a little bit as well, which is quite nice. I mean, they're always good cleanup troops, but what is quite nice is the super minion. That's right, they always receive a new level as well with the minions together. And they're now quite strong, especially in like flame flingers and such. They will really, really be strong. 300 more hit points, 20 more DPS. That's quite a bit. Usually those troops with new level get like maybe +100, 150 maybe, and +10. So the double of those stats. But now the king of all stats, okay? Bowler is the regular one. And now the super version. Get ready. 740 DPS. I hope Super Bowlers are back. Please make sure the Super Bowlers are back. I mean, that would be so nice. Something which is getting as well a really big buff, but it is the War Wrecker. It's still going to be useless. I mean, I'm sorry to tell you, But hey, at least it's getting a new level, right? And that's already pretty much it for the first sneak peek. We have went through all of the different new building level, spell level, troop level, and everything about it. The same as how the new defense, how the new town hall looks like. And tomorrow we're going to check out why we have a new spare factory building and many more things. So make sure that you're getting ready for tomorrow, because I am for sure. Now we'll see you guys back tomorrow with the next class video. Until then, see ya. And as always, bye bye.